Hello, welcome to a new video from me. It's been a while, I know. So in this video, we're gonna do a little something different. We're going to be comparing Bohemian Rhapsody and The Dirt. Now, I've never compared movies before on a video, so this will be exciting. And just so you know, I'm trying not to have any bias in this video because, as you know, I am a Bohemian Rhapsody big fan, Queen fan. I'm you don't even know. Anyways, but this was interesting because I was gonna make this after I saw Rocket Man, the Elton John movie, but I thought this would be more interesting. Let's start. So first we have to understand, I'm not gonna just come out and say which one was better. I've only seen The Dirt once, and I've seen Bohemian Rhapsody 7 times. But it is kind of hard to compare them because Bohemian Rhapsody is 20th Century Fox, made for theater, PG-13 movie, versus The Dirt, which was a Netflix original, rated R, made for obviously Netflix. And so you have these two different platforms that they're made for, movie theater where everyone you have to pay and come in and sit down, versus at your own home. So obviously the writing and the things put into that's going to be different. Now, I think, in my opinion, I like how The Dirt really showed us how it was, pretty much uncensored mostly, very raw. Everything was how it is, And I think that's how it should be, because that's how, if you're trying to show an audience how it was on tour and how it was in this lifestyle, then obviously you're gonna have to show that. I'm not saying Bohemian Rhapsody should have done that. Obviously they couldn't, because they had a PG-13 limit, and it was for and it was a Hollywood style movie. But I'm just kind of curious of how that would have been if it was a Netflix original thing. Would I have preferred it? Maybe. Obviously I think Bohemian Rhapsody, even though they were limited with the PG-13 rating, and they had to keep it clean mostly and stuff, I think they did a really good job. That's the whole point. I was yeah, I was pretty fulfilled with that movie. And Ben Hardy said, he plays Roger Taylor, he said he couldn't smoke in certain scenes because they were oh, I guess PG-13 movies have a certain limit, and he was angry. He was this is the 70s, obvious. I think the main the reason a lot of people like The Dirt more is because it focused on the whole band. Bohemian Rhapsody didn't really go into detail about the band. And people were well, that's what we want, I was me too, I like that. But, might I say, Bohemian Rhapsody was not revolved around the band's story. It was about Freddie Mercury and his life. So, it went through his life, and you got to see, details about that. But you didn't see any details about the other band members. They were just kind of characters. If it was the focus that The Dirt showed, then obviously we would have seen more of the other, the other band members' backstories. I think, in my opinion, that would have been really cool to see executed. The Dirt did a really good portrayal. They every band member showed something personal about their life, and it was just really interesting, and to see the problems they faced. So it's kind of hard to say that Bohemian Rhapsody didn't do a good job because they only focused on Freddie, when that was the main goal. That was the whole story. It was just about Freddie's life. I think in both movies the actors portrayed the real band members really well. In Bohemian Rhapsody, I mean, you know what I have to say about that. I think Rami Malek did a great job playing Freddie. Gwilym Lee playing Brian May, amazing. There were some pictures, obviously I know who's who, but I was oh my god. And Joe Mazzello playing John Deacon, he was oh my gosh, I think I'm John Deacon's son. Even though I don't think Ben Hardy looks like Roger Taylor that much. He did portray his energy and stuff like really well. Like he was just supposed to like act like him and you know stuff. He did really well. And then The Dirt, really good job. I think I was kind of like confused at first when I heard like Machine Gun Kelly was gonna play like Tommy Lee. I was like, what? This is so weird. I was like, 'cause I'm like, I've seen this guy. I've actually seen Machine Gun Kelly like live. He opened for Fall Out Boy one time. And it was so, I was like, how is he gonna play him? But then like, he actually did it like really well. I was like, oh my god. So I'm editing and I forgot to talk about how the one thing I absolutely hated about The Dirt was Pete Davidson. Oh my god, he's in the movie if you haven't seen it. Beware. I absolutely was like, no. He always plays like, he always looks so stupid when he's playing characters. I'm sorry, Pete Davidson. But that was not a good choice. I was like, oh no. That's all. Enjoy the video. So I think the length of the movies now, Bohemian Rhapsody was 2 hours and 15 minutes, which was like perfect, you know. I think we got everything in there. I wish The Dirt was longer. It was only like 1 hour and 45 minutes, I believe. And I was like, it should have been longer because like I want more. Like, I don't know what, but like I just like, it's not that short of a movie, but I was looking for more length. So like I'm gonna talk about things I liked and didn't like in each movie. So for Bohemian Rhapsody, the thing I liked was I really liked the flow of it. It felt like everything flowed well. It was like, and the soundtrack, amazing. The whole Live Aid performance at the end, like almost like perfect. Like it was great. That was like the best edited scene of the movie. And I know they won Best Editing, but the editing wasn't that good. There was this scene in the beginning where Queen was meeting John Reed. And everyone makes fun of that scene because it's like, it's very badly done. But the rest of the movie was pretty good. There's only some scenes. But things I didn't like. There were some scenes I think could have been taken out and replaced with other scenes. Like we did not get the John Deacon introduction scene. We did not get the 39 performance. Or Freddie coming up with a crazy little thing called Love in the Bathtub. And stuff like, there were a lot of scenes that they filmed they didn't put in there. And I'm like, there were scenes like the lamps. Like when Freddie and Mary were like turning on the lamps. I was like, these are not necessary. Maybe one, but I think there were like 2 lamp scenes. Like we could have fit a John Deacon introduction scene, am I right? So now for The Dirt, the things I liked. So like they broke the fourth wall like a lot of times. And that was like very well done, like good job. Usually if movies do that, it's like a risky move. It's like, oh no, that's kind of weird and stuff, but like they did it like really well. It was more truthful, like, and like how everything went with the band than Bohemian Rhapsody. Oh yeah, maybe I feel like, I guess everything, sometimes it felt like fast paced. I was like, what's going on? Like I couldn't tell what year it was supposed to be. And I know, there were like on-screen titles like 1984 and stuff. That was like at the, towards the beginning, and then once it got like past, I think it was like 89, then I was confused on the years, but then I had to just go by like guessing. I mean, not guessing, but like putting it all together myself. But I mean, like overall, it was pretty good editing. I was like, oh, I wonder how Netflix is gonna do one of these, but you know, really good. That's all I have to say. And yes, so which one do I like better? Oh man, I mean, obviously my preference, I'm going to say Bohemian Rhapsody because, I mean, you know, Queen's my favorite band of all time and stuff. Editing wise, I'm gonna go with The Dirt. You know, that's just for personal opinion. And I think The Dirt got a better, like, Rotten Tomato rating than Bohemian Rhapsody. I really enjoyed them both, so if you're thinking about watching either one, I think you should do it. You know, thanks for watching. If you want me to do a review in the other movies, like, comment, and subscribe, because yes, thank you for coming to my video.